Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Friday, November 21st, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nikram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. The President has announced a national program to expand childcare and elder care services, reduce costs for families, and create new business opportunities. Contractors and engineers will face strict oversight as they work to finish stalled quarantine highway bridges. A joint government-private sector mission to the EU aims to provide practical insights for Guyana's port, logistics, and agro-processing development. And UG's 2025 Valedictorian urges graduates to stay in Guyana and build the nation. President Irfan Ali yesterday announced a national program to strengthen childcare and elder care services, create new business opportunities, and ease financial and personal burdens on parents and caregivers. Speaking in New Amsterdam, the President acknowledged the challenge of balancing career and family life.
Many persons raised with me the issue of, especially young people like you. You're 21, you'll be a trained teacher. If you want to start a family by 25, 26, or whatever age you choose, you then have the decision to make. If you want kids, how are you going to balance your professional life with the kids?
He reminded that the government has trained large numbers of citizens under the Women's Innovation and Investment Network, WIN, program for careers in childcare and elder care. Additionally, Ali noted plans are underway to build safe, professionally staffed care centers nationwide.
We were thinking how we can build facilities in which our elders, in which our young people can have their children taken care of in a safe environment, care centers, while they pursue their professional and other goals, or in the case of the elderly, while they're taken care of.
According to the head of state, new measures will help caregivers upgrade facilities and launch businesses, creating opportunities for thousands trained under the WIN program. Subsidies will make childcare more accessible, ensuring parents do not bear the full cost.
If you have 20 children in your facility, the government will have a subsidized program so that the parents don't have to pay the full rate. The government will intervene so that children will be taken care of in a safe environment. And instead of having one facility or two facilities in the region, we will have hundreds of facilities creating hundreds of jobs across the region.
Special tax incentives and direct support mechanisms will also be introduced to assist parents of children living with disabilities. A very large crude carrier is delivering China's first cargo of Ghana's new Golden Arrowhead crude grade, marking a rare long-haul shipment from the Stabroek block. The Sophia VLCC loaded over 705,000 barrels from the Liza field around October 21st and nearly 600,000 barrels of Golden Arrowhead crude from the Yellowtail field on November 4th. The tanker is en route to Huzhou in Guangdong province, with an expected arrival in December. This is the first Golden Arrowhead shipment to China since production began in August. Guyana has previously shipped crude to China on the One Pengyang VLCC, carrying about 2 million barrels of Liza and Unity Gold crude to Ningbo. Most of Guyana's crude is exported to Europe, with Panama and the Netherlands among the top recipients. ExxonMobil's Stabroek block, operated with Hess and China CNOOC, now produces roughly 900,000 barrels per day across 4 projects, including Liza 1, Liza 2, Payara, and Yellowtail. During a visit to Region 6 yesterday, President Dr. Irfan Ali criticized the poor performance of these contractors and weak project supervision. Pointing to incomplete bridges, he condemned the slothfulness of the contractor and supervising engineer. Work on several bridges has stalled for months, causing traffic disruptions and frustrations for commuters. These structures are part of the long-awaited 4-lane expansion of the quarantine highway from Palmyra to Molson Creek.
I'm astonished that liquidated damages are not yet applied. And from my information so far, these contractors seem disinterested in the completion of these bridges.
President Ali has instructed the Permanent Secretary and Head of Procurement to block contractors from new projects until work is finished, and directed the Finance Secretary to review project engineers' administrative duties.
If they are not in place, the Finance Secretary is aware of the powers that are vested in the system for action to be taken, and action will be taken.
The government says stricter oversight and accountability measures will ensure timely completion, putting contractors and engineers under pressure to deliver without further delays. The government is moving forward with plans to roll out a smart AI traffic light system across the country. Minister of Public Works Juan Edgel recently met with members of the Guyana Police Force Traffic Department and technical experts to discuss the implementation. The system will use sensors and real-time traffic data to control traffic flow, reducing congestion and improving safety. Meanwhile, with traffic increasing in Region 4 ahead of the holiday season, Traffic Chief Mahendra Singh has urged drivers to exercise caution.
The dangerous and/or careless driving is being captured via the SRIS, via the Safe City, and we have put mitigating steps where cones line those areas.
The traffic chief also warned against the trend of driving on road shoulders during traffic congestion. He pointed out that the numeric point system will soon be implemented and drivers will be ticketed or charged without discretion.
Comply with speed radar signs. Traffic calming measures would have been implemented on every new road built by government of Guyana. There are speed radar signs that have been calibrated. Those signs help you to understand the rate of speed you are traveling at, and you must make the adjustment. They are along the entire stretch on the East Coast, the East Bank, in Region 3, and they are being rolled out across other regions. Those little signs, that digital sign you see, and you pay no heed to, it plays an important role as a reminder to you, the road user.
At the launch, ranks outlined on the measures to be adopted that will supplement policing efforts in Georgetown and the regions for the safety of citizens and the management of traffic during the busy festive season. Some of the measures outlined by the senior officers include increased patrols, including foot, motorcycle, bicycle, and drone surveillance. When returned, Go Invest leads an investment mission to Europe. Kidney study highlights gaps in care, and UG Valedictorian urges graduates to stay.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyoil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyoil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back. Guyana's delegation is exploring ports, logistics, and investment partnerships in Europe to bring practical solutions home. Guyanese officials and private sector representatives are on a groundbreaking investment mission to Europe, studying ports, logistics, and agro-processing systems to inform development at home. Led by Chief Investment Officer Dr. Peter Ramsroop, the delegation is visiting France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and Spain from November 20th to 28th. The mission offers a hands-on opportunity to observe leading European ports and logistics operations, meet policymakers and private sector actors, and explore scalable models for Ghana's port and agro-food value chains. Over 8 days, delegates will tour major ports including Marseille, Antwerp, Bruges, Rotterdam, and Malaga, and engage with academic institutions and research centers on innovations in logistics, cold chain management, and market access. The mission aims to deliver actionable insights, potential partnerships, and recommendations for projects that strengthen Ghana's export competitiveness and national development agenda. A recent study has highlighted the need for improved patient education, stronger support systems, and earlier detection and treatment for kidney disease in Guyana. The findings were presented at a research dissemination event hosted yesterday by the Human Organ and Tissue Transplant Agency, or HOTA. The session examined knowledge, attitudes, and practices surrounding chronic kidney disease, hemodialysis, and kidney transplantation among patients and caregivers. Researchers revealed significant gaps in awareness, treatment access, and long-term care, which continue to affect kidney health outcomes nationwide. Key topics included the silent epidemic, understanding chronic kidney disease, socio-demographic factors, and knowledge levels, and socio-demographic factors, knowledge, attitudes, and practices on hemodialysis therapy. The event also provided a consolidated analysis of the data and its implications for strengthening Ghana's response to kidney disease. It highlighted opportunities to improve national policy and expand access to life-saving dialysis and transplant services. The University of Ghana's 2025 valedictorian, Daniel Antonio Prasad, is urging graduates to stay in Guyana, lead with integrity, and use their skills to contribute to the nation's development.
Guyana is currently undergoing a rapid transformation. I encourage you to stay and take advantage of those opportunities that will present themselves. To the class of 2025,
Prasad, a 33-year-old electrical engineer from Demerara Distillers Limited, earned a perfect 4.0 GPA and the President's Medal for Best Graduating Student with his bachelor's degree. He topped the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, joining over 3,700 graduates at the convocation ceremonies beginning November 20th.
I've never imagined, after 4 years, that I'll be standing here delivering this address. I am truly honored and grateful. I first want to give all the thanks and praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Everything I have achieved, every challenge I overcame, and every opportunity I received is because of Him. Without His grace, I would not be here today.
He reflected on the challenges of balancing full-time studies with major responsibilities at home and on a journey that began in 2008 with an apprenticeship at the Gaisuko Training Center.
There were sleepless nights, tough exams, too many assignments, personal challenges, and moments so overwhelming you question your life decision, right? But through it all, I kept going with the support of the people around me. These are the people that made my journey a little bit easier.
Prasad credited family, mentors, and study partners for their support and plans to pursue a master's in power engineering while continuing his career in Guyana. Massy Distribution has officially launched its 2025 Christmas Giving Tree, an annual charity initiative supporting children in the Georgetown Public Hospital's pediatric ward. The launch, held yesterday at Massy Megastore Movie Town, brought together company executives, health officials, and representatives from the First Lady's office, showing strong national support for this year's campaign. The initiative aims to build a dedicated indoor mini play and recreation area for young patients, many of whom spend weeks or months in the ward receiving critical care.
We have this beautiful initiative where our customers get to be part of something bigger, and really through their purchases, they're able to help those children who are in the pediatric ward. You know, children who, rather than being at home or playing or at school, they're in the hospital fighting for their health.
Christman Bob Semple, General Manager of Massy Stores Guyana, highlighted that customers can contribute simply by purchasing selected Holly Bronze products. Massy Stores will also match the company's 5% donation, doubling the impact of each qualifying purchase. Shannon Hayes, Senior Nursing Manager at GPHC, noted the play area will support emotional and psychological healing for children.
As healthcare professionals, we recognize that caring for a child goes beyond clinical treatment. This understanding is what inspired the proposal for a mini play and recreation area. That is our vision. It will be a place where a child can smile after difficult treatment, where families can share moments of relief, and where childhood can continue, even inside a hospital.
This is the second year of the Giving Tree, now endorsed by the First Lady's office. Donations will continue through Christmas with a target of over $1 million to bring the pediatric playroom to life early next year. When we come back, Guyana wins a second medal at the Islamic Games. England takes the lead in the Ashes, and Jamaica faces a leptospirosis outbreak.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
You're watching Night News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. Guyana celebrates a second medal at the Islamic Games, which wrapped up today in Saudi Arabia. Emmanuel Archibald claimed bronze in the men's long jump, adding to Talisa Smith's third-place finish in the women's 100 meters earlier in the competition. Archibald produced a leap of 7.56 meters to secure the podium spot. He finished behind Senegal's Amat Faye, who jumped 7.86, and Uzbekistan's Anvar Anvarov, who won gold with 8.02 meters. The distance was Archibald's lowest of the season in his signature event. Just in May, he reset the national record at 8.22 meters at Adidas Atlanta City Games, where he also finished third. England staged a dramatic fight back on day one of the Ashes in Perth, where 19 wickets fell in a fast-moving opening session. Captain Ben Stokes led the charge, taking 5 for 23, as Australia closed on 123 for 9, still 49 runs behind England's first innings total of 172. Jofra Archer and Bryden Carr set England up early with 2 wickets each, including dismissals of debutant Jake Wetherland and Steve Smith. Stokes then tore through the middle order to leave Australia on the brink. Australia also stumbled at the start of their innings after a mix-up forced Marnus Labonske to open in place of Usman Khawaja, who later managed just 2 runs. England's own innings had collapsed earlier in the day, with Mitchell Starc taking a career best 7 for 58. Despite brief resistance from Ollie Pope, Harry Brook and Jamie Smith, England were bowled out inside 33 overs. In regional news, Jamaica is currently experiencing an outbreak of leptospirosis following Hurricane Melissa, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton had disclosed, reporting 6 suspected deaths to date. At a press conference this morning, he said 9 cases have been confirmed, with an additional 28 suspected or probable cases recorded between October 30th and November 20th.
An official declaration signals to the health system that immediate action is needed to identify cases, to contain the spread, and to prevent severe illness or death. In fact, there's a requirement once you have an outlier event in terms of the numbers to actually declare. It also unlocks resources such as surge staffing, diagnostic supplies, and emergency funding, and strengthens national surveillance so that cases can be detected, treated, and monitored more efficiently.
Dr. Tufton said cases and suspected cases have been reported across 8 parishes, noting the numbers are significantly higher than the 2 to 21 cases recorded over the previous 34 months. He explained that the outbreak is linked to conditions created by the hurricane, which increase exposure to contaminated water and soil. Leptospirosis is spread through water tainted by urine of infected animals, primarily rats, but also cats, dogs, and livestock. The minister warned that the risk is especially high after heavy rainfall or flooding. He is urging Jamaicans, particularly those involved in post-hurricane cleanup, to use protective gear and take extreme precautions. In international news, the United States is changing how it evaluates human rights worldwide. New State Department guidance instructs U.S. embassies to classify countries that enforce race or gender-based diversity, equity, and inclusion policies as potentially infringing on human rights. The rules also flag state-subsidized abortion, gender transition surgery for minors, and policies that facilitate mass or illegal migration. The Trump administration says the revised approach counters what it calls destructive ideologies and shifts the focus to the individual rather than specific groups. A senior State Department official said the guidance is intended as a tool to change the behavior of governments, and that rights are inherent and not granted by states. Rights groups have sharply criticized the move, saying it redefines long-standing human rights principles to advance domestic political goals. They warn the changes could marginalize women, LGBTQ+ people, and minority groups. Finally, this evening, COP30 closes today in Belém, Brazil, with negotiators racing to secure a final agreement. The summit's president, André Correia de Lago, has been urging countries to unite in the last hours, saying the world is watching. However, a major dispute has emerged over the draft deal released early this morning. The text makes no reference to fossil fuels, removing all previous language on oil, gas, and coal. Some countries say the mission keeps the deal alive, while others argue it ignores the root causes of the climate crisis. Reuters reports that one negotiator warned the talks risk becoming a, quote, clown show if fossil fuels remain excluded. Other negotiations continue around climate finance and adaptation. The draft calls for triple global funding for climate resilience by 2030, but it remains unclear how the money will be delivered. With a deadline set for 6 p.m., negotiators say only small adjustments to the draft are likely as countries push for a compromise. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you next time for more Ignite News.